Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're talking Love and Marriage Huntsville. You guys know why you are here today. We are talking because Owen does not want you guys to forget that Love and Marriage Huntsville not only is on hiatus, but they want you to know that the show for sure is coming back August 17th because they have dropped another clip, you guys. They've dropped another clip for the upcoming girls trip. We even see Carlos King in the comments calling this the best girls trip of all time, you guys, just overhyping the episode, the season, everything else, nothing out of the ordinary, right? Because you have to do something to overcompensate for the low viewership, right? And the missing views for the last episode before the impromptu hiatus. But nonetheless, in the clip, it is all about the girls trip. It is all about everybody saying what happens on the girls trip stays on the girls trip, trying to have the Vegas mantra, if you will. We have confessionals of, Kimmy pretending to be shocked that SUNNI won the trip. Oh my gosh, I had no idea that SUNNI was going to be here. Oh my gosh. And then we have, Letitia. Oh my gosh, I had no idea Destiny was going to be in the trip. Come on, Tisha. Seriously? We know you ride at dawn now for Destiny, right? So no need for the acting in the confessionals. Then we have people who are now upset in the comments saying that Mel orchestrated SUNNI to be on this trip, and it's like, well, didn't the show orchestrate any other alleged or confirmed side piece of whomever of Martell's to be on the show, and you didn't have the same energy? How many of y'all have invited your friends and your family to be your buffers, to speak on your behalf, and you guys weren't called messy, but it's only Mel that's messy? Please give me a break, all right? And then we have Nell in the comment on the trailer basically saying, don't come for her if you didn't send for her. So clearly she's going to be an instigator and trying to start some mess and all the things, but basically doing some charade quotes for whatever reason from Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I just don't understand it, you guys. I don't understand it, but then she's going to be the first one that's going to be playing victim and being upset if you call her out. So, nonetheless, I'm not really excited about this because every time Carlos King has hyped something up this season, it has been a complete dud. It has been a complete opposite of what it was supposed to give. So, nonetheless, I'm not getting my hopes up for anything. I feel like, per usual, the most important things that take place will be in some type of, popular clip that's posted on like the gram or something. But nonetheless, it's just, I don't know, you guys. I don't know, but it's not giving anything. I think there was like a producer or somebody that was like begging for a guy's trip for another show, and it's like, okay. We already know what type of tomfoolery that is, but it's just funny because everybody forgets, everybody has amnesia. We just had the Houston trip from last season in which Mel specifically said, do not involve her and Martell in any type of couple stuff, and what do? Involve her in couple stuff. So it goes on deaf ears, these people who think that all of a sudden, oh my gosh, there's not going to be any type of mess. That's the whole point of reality TV, right? Is mess. Is to invite people that you have beef with to facilitate more beef and more drama and more chaos. Why is everybody acting like this is their first time seeing reality TV? Can somebody make it make sense as to how you do not know the formula by now? But you only want to call out one person, right? First you said that Mel and Martell, they have nothing else to talk about but each other, that they're each other's storylines. Then we have Mel clocked in. We have Mel, giving you some content, giving you some material. And it's like, oh, Mel's too messy now. And it's like, but then if she's not messy, you say she's being fake. And then if she's not messy, you say she's not being a storyline. So what is it? Which is it, you guys? I just need to know what side the goalpost is going to change today, right? But even with all that being said, it's not giving because as we saw in the super duper nonsense trailer of, Trisha with the mop on her head, again, still walking back the history of her and Martell And again, this is supposed to be some big bombshell at the table. They're hoping that Mel has a reaction because obviously the timeline of this is when, of course, Mel is still very much married to Martell. So it's another example of another, woman that Martell allegedly is cheated on. Mel doesn't give him the energy. Mel doesn't give him the smoke and gets up and leaves, you guys. But, and then there's drama, of course, with Destiny and Sunny. Surprise, surprise. Destiny now is all of a sudden personally offended that Sunny is talking about her journey, her IVF journey, and having kids and stuff with Moses because Destiny, of course, was talking about having kids with Moses and what they wanted to name their kids. Well, here's the thing. You have been on reality TV for how long, Destiny? You knew 9 times out of 10 that, number one, you weren't even invited on this trip by Mel to begin with, right? So you already came in knowing that you were going to be added on to be messy, right? And we knew Sunny was going to be there because, again, they're obsessing over the Sunny and Moses storyline all season. So it's a given. Why does everybody act like they're shocked? Why is everybody acting brand new? There would be nothing to talk about on this cast trip. I can't talk anymore. There would be nothing to talk about on this cast trip if, in fact, there wasn't Sunny on this trip and there wasn't Trisha on this trip, because that's the only storylines that Carlos King wants to focus on this season. So nonetheless, if neither party was there, what were you guys going to do? And Mel didn't invite you, Destiny, so you wouldn't have been there either. So what was there to do? And then you're trying to pull Mel aside, talking about, well, I never had anything with Martell, nothing ever happened, and this and that. And it's like, Destiny, that should have been, something you should have said from Jump Street. But the problem is, when, Mel realized and saw you for who you were, everything about your interactions then became suspect. Because it was clear as day you were running interference and you were playing run tell that to Martell so he could be more strategic with his cheating with the side chick that you knew about. So how is it now all of a sudden, because the whispers are like, hey, all these people are out here in these streets with Martell, all these women that have a connection to Martell on their show have dabbed somehow, in the midst of his marriage to Mel. So why are you exempt all of a sudden, right? And so I know some people are going to be like, oh, no, they're just friends and blah, 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 blah. Well, Destiny and Moses were just friends for all this time, right? And then that turned physical at some point. So it's very much possible, right? And it's interesting that Destiny seems to be involved with all of Martell's ladies of the harem, right? Regardless of his marriage to Mel, which you claimed was supposed to be your good friend. But now that you've fallen out, now all of a sudden you've forgotten everything that your friendship was supposed to entail, but you were the biggest op the entire time. Because you knew exactly what Martell was doing, just like the entire cast knew exactly what Martell was doing. And you guys were all on the mute challenge, playing in Mel's face, but now want to get on camera and act like you are some moral high ground and act like all of this is Mel's fault, that she got cheated on and blah, 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 blah. And I just don't understand why we're dragging this out. Mel left Martell 4+ years ago. Mel has been done with Martell. They have been divorced. Why are we regurgitating all of this tomfoolery? Why do we keep inserting Mel and Tell as the anchor of the show? And it's because you guys have nothing to discuss. You guys have nothing going on. You guys have nothing to talk about. But nonetheless, spare me the think pieces, spare me the rationales of all of these people being so upset and so hurt and oh my gosh this and oh my gosh that. No. You know exactly how this show works. We knew before even, filming started that it was going to be another gang up on Mel season. We knew from jump all of the lives that the cast was doing, just randomly calling out the Millimeters and Mel supporters, that it was going to be an attack on the Millimeters and Mel supporters. But again, they're not accused of leaking storylines or anything, right? But they very much told us exactly what they planned on doing this season, and nobody's calling them out for whatever reason, right? But they told us exactly what their plans were, what their intent was, and you guys are pretending like you had no idea. But we said from the jump that that was going to be the case. The problem now is that everything is backfiring. Everything is a disaster to the point that this cast has to still continue to film. And apparently within, I think, the next week or week and a half, they're supposed to be taping the reunion. So that's going to be a whole nother mess, you guys. A whole nother mess that's going to be focused in on the worst storylines of the season. And how is this going to work with Mel and Tel? Are they going to be separated? Are they going to have to film separate scenes from each other? Because it is going to be a disaster if in fact they still try to force Mel in the same, socially distanced room as Martell to film for the reunion. It is going to be an absolute train wreck, you guys. So nonetheless, we will see what happens with all of that. But yeah. The clip that Owen showed you wasn't giving, and the reactions in the comments are not giving either. There are some people in there with sense who understand that the ratings are low. So therefore, this is going to continue to be a bust of a trip. But nonetheless, Carlos King, he lives in the land of Delulu, and everything is rainbows and flowers. Everything is raindrops that are falling, and all of these things. And he doesn't see that the show sucks. He refuses to acknowledge that the show sucks because it's a reflection on him, right? But nonetheless, there is that. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.